But God just spoke and said that we've got to go down to the 95th Street L stop and pass out some ashes down there. And so we went down there to the 95th station. And you got to imagine there are all these brothers, mostly brothers, that are hanging out at the bus stop. And here I come with a few deacons and whatnot. And I got my robe on, my black robe and everything. And I'm here holding some ashes, walking up to some brothers. And they looking at me, I'm looking at them. And one brother says, oh, look at here. We've got Morpheus from the Matrix up in here, looking up in here. He said, what you doing, brother? I told him, I said, I'm passing out ashes. It's Ash Wednesday. He took off his Beat headphones. And he said, no, what is this? He said, well, dust we have come and dust we shall return. We are getting ready for Easter Sunday, and we want to recognize that we are nothing but dust, to reprioritize who we are so that we can be the people of God that God wants us to be. And then there are all these brothers who were laughing behind him at first, but then the brother looked at me. He said, I want some ashes. And I put some ashes on his head, and I said, God bless you. Then another brother stood up and said, I want some ashes. And then another brother came behind him and said, I want some ashes. And I put some ashes. After that, we had about 30 people who wanted ashes, and we started singing and praising, and I began to think how good God is. It wasn't anything that I did. It was just the Spirit of God. And when you live in a moment of grace, you begin to think how good God is and what could have happened to you. But God will put you in a position and remind you that you're nothing but dust. But God can use dust to do great things. And I gotta go, but I want to let you know I'm grateful. I'm grateful for God's grace. I'm grateful for God's love. I'm grateful for God's healing. I'm grateful for God's power. I'm grateful. Is there anybody in here? Are you grateful today for what God has done? Are you grateful today for what God is doing? But is there anybody up in here? Can you be grateful with a premature praise shout of what God will do in the future in your life? If you know God's gonna do something in your life, say yes. Say yes. Good day, church. May the Lord bless you real good. Learn how to love yourself.